Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rekakadash. Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shah being the name of His only begotten Son, who they ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Now we at the end of the kingdom, of this kingdom, and it's almost that time where you got the red dragon gonna attack the elect, because they know when the end is coming. They say when he see that his time is coming short or running out, then he gonna come with great anger. Let me get that. Revelation 12 and 12. It says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. It's talking about the nation of Israel, but it also can talk about the people in the kingdom, the people that's inside of the kingdom. Because just like Proverbs 29 and 2, it says, when the righteous rule, the people rejoice. It says, woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he has but a short time. So that devil is talking about the dragon, the red dragon, the so-called white man. That's who the devil is. See? And then we jump down to verse 17. It says, and the dragon was wroth with the woman. Who is the woman? That's the nation of Israel, the elect. Well, the whole nation, but mainly the elect, because it goes on to say, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed. So the woman is the whole nation, but he's going to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keepeth the commandments of God and have the testimony of Yahweh Shah Mashiach. Now that kills Christianity, because they don't keep the commandments. See, they're not going to attack Christians who don't keep no commandments, who try to say the Old Testament is done away with. See, they're going to attack the people that's keeping the commandment, that's following the will of God. Okay, so let's go to 2nd Esdras, because Apostle John and Esdras, they was given a vision of the end, and it had details in it. Or you go to 2nd Esdras chapter 16, the last chapter, the end of Ezra's writings. It says in verse 68, for behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you. What's that great multitude? That great multitude is the red dragon. That great multitude is him knowing that he got a short time. See, it says, and they shall take away certain of you. See, that's what they're going to do when they make war with the remnant of her seed. They're going to take them away. It said, and feed you being idle with things offered unto idols. Not only are they going to take away the remnant, they're going to take away the woman. See, they're going to come after the whole nation. But only they're going to be looking, focused on the remnant of her seed, even though they're coming for the whole nation. It says in verse 69, it says, and they shall consent, and they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden under the foot. So the nation that they most of the woman is gonna get trodden under the foot. That's the 2/3. That's the one that's chose death. See, they gonna consent to death. They gonna consent to the dragon. See, they gonna consent to the so-called white man, and he is gonna prove and show how he is death and he is hell. It says in verse 70, for there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. So now the elect, they coming after the elect. That's gonna be the focus. They gonna find all kind of Israelites, all kind of Israelites, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, descendants of slaves. See, they gonna find a lot of them, but the focus is gonna be trying to find the elect, trying to find that remnant. It say, verse 71, they shall be like mad men, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. So now they gonna focus on the elect, and they gonna go to their houses. See, they not just gonna look for them in the street. They going to their house. It says, verse 72, for they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. See, they're not going to be able to hide in their house and lock their door with a pistol and say, oh, they're not coming to get me. No, they're coming to get you. Verse 73, it say, then shall they be known who are my chosen. See, they're not going to be looking for the Caucasians, the Chinese, the East Indians, the Arabs. See, they're not going to be looking for those people. They're going to be looking for the elect of the nation of Israel. They're going to be looking for the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. They're going to be looking for those that keep the commandment. They're going to be looking for those that have faith in Yahweh. See, that's who they're going to be looking for. Okay. Let's get Jeremiah. And this is all Bible prophecy, what the vision that's John seeing. It was already prophesied that they're going to look for the nation of Israel. Jeremiah chapter 30, starting at verse 7, it say, alas, as for that day is great, so that none is like it. No other day is going to be like this day. Not 70 AD, when they went in and to destroy the nation of Israel, destroy Jerusalem, take over Jerusalem. It's not going to be a day like that day. When they was taken into Babylon, Assyria, see, when they was even brought here to Babylon the Great, the spiritual Egypt, it's not even going to be like that day. It's going to be worse than all those days. It say, it is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. So the elect is going to be saved out of this trouble. Now Yahweh talked about this trouble. Let's see, Matthew chapter 24. Starting at verse 21, it say, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And look how bad it's going to get. It says in verse 22, and except those days shall be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So those days going to be shortened or stopped. He going to stop this great tribulation because he gonna crack the sky. Let's get what he gonna do. Let's let the word talk. How is he gonna stop that day? Let's start with a Revelation. Revelation 11 and 8. How is he gonna stop this great tribulation from destroying the nation of Israel? Revelation 11 and 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city. Now that's spiritually. That's talking about spiritually. They're going to be spiritually dead in that great city. But it's also a double meaning to where them 2/3 literally going to be, their dead bodies is going to be in that great city. Because the red dragon and the red horse and the pale horse is going to put them to death for being disobedient. It says, in the streets of that great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt. See, that's talking about America. It say, and they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. So the enemy is going to be coming after them, the red dragon. They're going to be coming after them. You see, they're going to have great wrath coming after the elect. But he going to stop the time because he going to tell them to come up hither. And that's how the elect is going to be saved. That's how salvation is, and that's what salvation is about. Because they're going to be saved from their enemies. Look at Luke chapter 1. Get right to the point. Verse 71. No, let's get 68 to get the context. Blessed be the Lord God of Israel, for he have visited and redeemed his people. All right, down to 71. That we should be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us. Jump down to verse 74. That he would grant unto us that we being delivered out of the hand of our enemies might serve him without fear. So when that red dragon come, he gonna come and try to kill the nation of Israel, the elect. They're gonna be beamed up. They're gonna be saved. See, it's not talking about they being saved from sin. Sin is coming trying to grab them. Sin is coming trying to capture them and kill them. No, they're not running from sin. They're running from their enemies. That's who they're trying to get salvation from. Deuteronomy 28. Verse 49. Look what it says. For the Lord shall bring a nation against you from afar, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. Verse 50. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of old, nor show favor to the young. So this is what the Lord is bringing that nation. Now what else he gonna cause this nation to do? Verse 68. Jump down to verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. So that great city, that spiritual Egypt, received the Israelites off ships. That's how they came to that great city, on ships. It says, by the way thereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies. See, that's who the enemies are. Those that were sold, those they were sold to. See, they weren't sold to their best friend. They weren't sold to their cousins. They weren't sold to their long lost relative. No, they were sold to their enemy. For bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. Meaning no man shall redeem you or give you redemption. Because Yahushua in Luke 21, he say, look up for your redemption has drawn nigh. He's going to give you redemption when he come on the cloud. See, not a man ain't going to give you redemption. Yahushua is going to give you redemption because his name means he delivers, he saves. He is the one, the only one that's going to give deliverance. This is what the prophets was prophesying about. We're going to have a redeemer. Let's get that. Isaiah 59 and 19. Then it goes along with being saved from your enemies. It says, so shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. What's going to be that standard? That's going to be Yahushua. That's going to be the angels. It says in verse 20, and the Redeemer shall come to Zion. See, Zion is not a place. It's a people. It's a bloodline. It's the children that was their forefather not founded the city, but their forefather was in the city and they was dealing with God. They had a priesthood in the city. It says, and the Redeemer shall come to Zion, and unto them that turn from transgressions in Jacob. See, the children of Jacob, Jacob's son. That's who the Redeemer is coming for. He's not coming for nobody else but Jacob's children. The children that come out of Jacob. See, says the Lord. So this is what the enemy. This is how the nation of Israel is going to be saved from their enemies. This is what that Redeemer is talking about. He's going to redeem them out of the nation of Israel. Okay. Let's see here. Talking about redemption and being saved. Let's get some more on these enemies. Who is these enemies? Joel chapter 3 verse 1. He say, I will also gather all nations. See, all nations that's not a part of the Israelites, they are the enemies. They are the ones that's trying to attack the Israelites because they gonna have to be in submission to the Israelites. That's why they have armies trying to protect their land from intruders. See, that's why they trying to have trade and protect their people from calamity. See, they trying to protect their people. So when they hear the Israelites is coming to take over all nations, they gonna attack them. See, when they hear that the Israelites is gonna be giving all the nations for an inheritance, they coming to attack them. So the Lord said, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat and will plead with them there for my people and my heritage, Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. How did they scatter them among the nations? See, he said in verse 6, the children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have you sold unto the Grecians. Now those Grecians was a specific nation. It goes on to tell you that when you jump down to verse 19. It says, and Egypt shall be a desolation, And Edom shall be a desolate wilderness for the violence against the children of Judah. So them Grecians that was selling the Israelites, they was Edomites. They was from the nation of Edom. And Edom is the leader of all the nations. See, let's get that in Amos. Amos chapter 9, verse 12. It says that they may be Salakia. That they may possess the remnant of Edom and all the heathen. See, Edom is the leader of all the nations. They're the leader of the heathens, the non-Israelites. And so he's gonna give them in possession. So now the heathens is hearing this and they're gonna attack. They're gonna come after the Israelites. And they already got the situation set up because they know the prophecy. See, they might not believe the prophecy, but they putting security measures up just in case. So when they go to Psalm, when you go to Psalm, the 2nd chapter, it tells you straight up why they got to be saved from their enemy. They say, why do the heathen rage? Why do the non-Israelites rage? And the people imagine a vain thing. Verse 2, the kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed. See, his chosen. See, all the kings of the earth, the United Nations, see, they taking counsel against the blacks, the Hispanic, the Native Americans, the descendants of slaves. They taking counsel against these people. They planning on what we gonna do to them, how we gonna defeat them, how we gonna stop this prophecy from them taking over the world. We want to keep our military, we want to keep our government, we want to keep our rulership. See, look at verse 8. He say, ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance. So the non-Israelites and all these other kings, God is going to give them to the Israelites. And to the uttermost parts of the earth for your possession. Verse 9. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron, and dash them into pieces like a potter's vessel. So these other nations, he gonna break them into pieces. Let's get that in Jeremiah. Jeremiah 51 and 20, it said, thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. For with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy kingdom. See, with the Israelites, he gonna destroy kingdom. He gonna break in pieces the nation. See, they understand the prophecies, because this is another reason they're gonna attack. Revelation 11 and 11. It says, and after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from God entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. See, they see the prophets standing up, the elites, the government, and they coming with great fear and great wrath. See, when a cat gets scared, he go in the corner and he thought to attack. He get in attack mode. So the fear that they seeing, these Israelites is telling us we going into slavery. These Israelites telling us we finna have to be punished for our wickedness. These Israelites is finding out who they are. Who told them who they are? We didn't tell them. We don't even agree with them. Who telling them all this information? So now the fear is causing them to come in with great wrath. See, that fear is, they see the Israelites waking up and they know that their time is short. They know that the prophecies is finna be fulfilled. That's in Ezekiel. Let's get that. Ezekiel 37, starting at verse 10. It says, "So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived, and stood upon their feet, an exceedingly great army." Verse 11. "Then he said unto me, Son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel." See, the whole house of Israel is going to stand up. See, not just the so-called Jews or from the tribe of Judah, Benjamin and Levi, but the whole house. That meaning all 12 tribes is going to be a part of standing up. See, that's why, what is it, verse, let's see here. Verse 16 is a significant part where we see the Israelites have the 12 sign, the 12 tribe chart. It shows you all the tribes, but they all gonna stand up and they all gonna be identified. The chart is to identify the card. So it says, verse 37:16. "Moreover, thou son of man," out, saying it's time to go. "Son of man, take thee one stick and write upon it for Judah and for the children of Israel his companions." So Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Manasseh, Naphtali, Asher, Ephraim, who else? You got Issachar, you got Venezuela, the Zebulon. So this stick is that 12 tribe chart, giving you a rough draft of where the Israelites is at, because we know through the captivity and through the attack by the nation he sent to them, because he sent the nation with a fierce countenance, the conquistadors, the so-called white man. He sent the Catholic church to come to the west coast of Africa and take all the Israelites, to bring them all to Babylon the Great on slave ships. So we know where the Israelites are at due to the nation that he sent to them. The wars and the conquering and pillaging that the so-called white man did, we know the path that he went on, and that's how we know where the Israelites are. So it's a rough draft. It's not being totally specific, but we know out of all these people that was conquered and tortured and murdered and pillaged by the so-called white man, these are where the 12 tribes are located. You see? And the 12 tribes have prophecies in Genesis 49. They tell you where would they be in the last days. Don't believe it there due to the rain. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kakadash. Double honor to the elders pushing the truth. Peace to the elect worldwide. Our kingdom is at hand. Shalom.